Welcome to IELTS 16 Test 4 Passage 2, Changes in Reading Habits. Today we will explore how the digital age is changing the way we read. This passage has 13 questions. There are 3 types: multiple choice, summary completion, and yes/no/not given. We divide the questions into 2 groups: keyword location and logical comparison. Knowing the groups helps you switch strategies quickly and answer more efficiently. The article has 9 paragraphs. It is an expository text about how digital reading affects the brain. From passage 1 to 3, introduce the changes and challenges brought by digital reading. From passage 4 to 5, discuss how the reading circuit adapts and how students' reading skills change. From passage 6 to 9, show research findings and discuss how to deal with these changes. The heat map shows most questions are in passages 6 to 9, especially the summary completion. Let's look at question 14. It asks about the writer's main point in the first paragraph. Option A says technology has a hidden effect. Option B says technology can help young people read. Option C says travelers should use technology. Option D says gaming is more common than reading. Please pause the video and think first. The question asks for the main point of the first paragraph. So we need to find the core idea of the whole paragraph, not just a detail. The key words are main point, which means the paragraph's central message. Now look at paragraph 1. It starts by describing a scene on a plane. Babies use iPads, teens play games, adults use phones. The last sentence is key: an invisible, game-changing transformation is happening, and it affects everyone's brain reading circuit. This is the writer's main point. Now let's eliminate wrong options. B says technology helps young people read, but the text says young people don't read at all. So B is the opposite, eliminate it. C says travelers should use technology, but the text doesn't suggest this. It's not mentioned, eliminate it. D says gaming is more common than reading. This is just a detail at the start, not the main point, eliminate it. So the answer to question 14 is A. Let's look at question 15. What is Sherry Turkle's main point about innovation? Pause the video and try to answer it yourself. The question asks for Turkle's main point about innovation. The key words are innovation and main point. Let's go to paragraph 3. Turkle says innovation itself is not wrong, but ignoring what it disrupts is a mistake. Option A says technology reduces reading, but that's not her main point. Options C and D are not mentioned. So A, C, and D are wrong. So the answer to question 15 is B. Let's look at question 16, multiple choice. The question asks, what point is the writer making in the 4th paragraph? Option A, humans are born with the ability to read. Option B, reading can be done through many different media. Option C, writing systems make unexpected demands on the brain. Option D, some brain circuits adjust as needed. Please pause and think first. The core of the question is the main point of the 4th paragraph. Note, it is not asking for a detail, but the overall idea the writer wants to convey. Locate the 4th paragraph. The text says, the reading circuit is not given through a genetic blueprint, it needs an environment to develop, and it will adapt to that environment's requirements. If the dominant medium favors fast, multitask processing, so will the reading circuit. Option A says humans are born with the ability to read, but the text clearly says the reading circuit is not given through a genetic blueprint, so it contradicts the text, eliminate it. Option C says writing systems make unexpected demands on the brain, the text mentions writing systems, but this is not the main point, just a detail, eliminate it. Option B says reading can be done through many different media, the text mentions media, but the focus is not the variety of media, but that the circuit adapts to the medium, so B is also incorrect. So the answer to question 16 is D. Let's look at question 17. The question asks about Mark Edmondson's view on college students' attitude. The key point is what Edmondson says about students' attitude. Focus on how their attitude affects something. Go to paragraph 5. Edmondson says students actively avoid classic literature and choose simpler texts instead. Option A says he changed his teaching method, but the text doesn't mention that. Option C says he is less worried than others, but that's the author's view, not Edmondson's. Option D says he disagrees with the public, but the public is not mentioned. So the answer to question 17 is B. Next, let's move on to the completion section for Q18-22. Let's look at question 18. There is a blank in the summary. We need to find one word that describes the effects of digital screen use on reading comprehension. Before the blank, we see a variety of. After it, we see effects. So, we need an adjective. The word worrying in the question is a key clue. Let's go to paragraph 6. The first sentence talks about digital screen use and reading comprehension. This matches our question perfectly. The text describes these effects as troubling downstream effects. Troubling is a synonym for worrying. They both mean causing concern. So the answer to question 18 is D/troubling downstream effects. Let's look at question 19. The question asks, the study measured how superior or thorough the comprehension was, comparing print readers and screen readers. Please pause the video and think about it first. From grammar, the blank is after how, so it should be an adjective or noun phrase. The words superior and thorough in the question are adjectives, so the answer is likely an adjective or noun phrase. Now, let's locate paragraph 6. Look for words related to superior or thorough. Notice this sentence, results indicated that students who read on print were superior in their comprehension. The original text directly gives the phrase superior in their comprehension. The question's how superior perfectly matches the original were superior in their comprehension. This is a directly given answer, no synonym replacement needed. So the answer to question 19 is H/superior in their comprehension. Let's look at question 20. The question says screen readers find it hard to remember the order of information. Before the blank, we have the order of. So we need a noun phrase that describes an aspect of the order. Go back to paragraph 6 and find the word order. Look here, ability to sequence detail and reconstruct the plot. The text says print readers are good at ability to sequence detail, which means the ability to put details in order. The question says screen readers find order hard, so this matches. So the answer to question 20 is F/ability to sequence detail and reconstruct the plot. Let's look at question 21. The question says many readers now use a reading pattern, they sample the first line and then word spot through the rest of the text. Please pause the video and try to complete it yourself. Before the blank is then, and after it is through the rest of the text. So we need a verb or verb phrase here. The word word spot in the question is a compound word, meaning to find keywords. Let's locate paragraph 7. Look at this sentence. Many readers now use a pattern when reading in which they sample the first line and then word spot through the rest of the text. Here, word spot appears directly. The original text directly gives word spot, which is a verb. Word spotting in the question is its gerund form. So the answer is word spot, no replacement needed. So the answer to question 21 is B/word spot through the rest of the text. Let's look at question 22. The statement says skimming leaves no time to understand another's feelings, and the blank is right after understand. Before the blank is understand, and after it is to perceive beauty. So the blank should be a noun phrase that goes together with beauty. Let's locate paragraph 7. Find the word understand. It appears in the phrase to understand another's feelings. The original text directly gives to understand another's feelings. Another's feelings is the answer, no need to replace it. So the answer to question 22 is C/understand another's feelings. Next, let's move on to the yes/no/not given section for Q23-26. Let's look at question 23. The medium we use to read can affect our choice of reading content. Please pause the video and decide your answer first. The key idea is, the reading medium affects what we choose to read. Important words are medium and choice. We find the answer in paragraph 5. The author says students no longer have patience for classic literature and choose simpler texts instead. This shows a change in reading habits. The text says, students no longer have patience for longer, harder texts and choose simpler ones. This directly shows the reading medium, digital screens, affects what they choose to read. The author's view is clear: digital reading makes students choose simpler texts. This matches the statement exactly. So the answer to question 23 is yes. Let's look at question 24. The statement says, some age groups are more likely to lose their complex reading skills than others. Please pause the video and try to answer it yourself first. The key clues in the statement are, some age groups and more likely. We need to find if the author says one age group is more affected than another. Let's locate paragraph 8. The author discusses the loss of deep reading skills here. The text says, the subtle atrophy of critical analysis and empathy affects us all equally. The author clearly states that this loss affects everyone in the same way. The statement says some age groups are more likely to lose skills, but the author says it affects us all equally. These two ideas directly contradict each other. So the answer to question 24 is no. Let's look at question 25. False information has become more widespread in today's digital era. Please pause the video and think about your answer. The core of the statement is whether false information has become more widespread in the digital age. The key word is more widespread. Let's locate paragraph 8. The author discusses the impact of digital culture on deep reading. The text says, we are susceptible to false information. But it does not say that false information is more widespread than before. The author does not express a view on how widespread false information is. He only says we are more vulnerable to it. So the answer to question 25 is not given. Let's look at question 26. We still have the chance to fix the problems that technology is causing. The core clue words in the statement are opportunities and rectify the problems. We locate paragraph 9, where the author discusses changes in the reading brain. The author says we have the science and the technology to identify and redress the changes. The author clearly states we have the ability to fix the problems, which matches the statement exactly. So the answer to question 26 is yes. Now we move to the summary part. Let's review 3 key skills. Trick 1, opposite meaning and detail traps. Options often change words to their opposites. For example, Q24. The text says ignore, but the question says pay attention. This is an opposite meaning trap. Trick 2, wrong subject and made up information. Options include things not in the text. For example, Q25. The text never mentions worrying trends. This is made up information. Trick 3, synonym replacement and main idea. Correct answers often use different words but keep the same meaning. For example, Q23. The text says brain circuits adjust, and the question says brain circuits adjust. This is a synonym replacement. Remember, when doing true-false not given questions, first find the text match, then decide if it's opposite, made up, or same meaning. Now let's summarize the key vocabulary and synonym pairs from this lesson. Keywords: hidden effect, left-right arrow, invisible transformation, pay attention, left-right arrow, ignore, brain circuits adjust, left-right arrow, adapt, worrying trends, left-right arrow, troubling effects. This lesson ends here. Hope these skills help you. See you next time.